Good afternoon, guys. Tuesday here, so we have time to answer these questions just like we do weekly on every Tuesday. We have three pretty decent questions today. Number one being, is there specific female exercises that are better than others? Number two, what's the best diet out there? Then totally other kind of question just on athlete development. What's the biggest factor for developing great athletes? That's an interesting question in a sense, and I think I'm going to answer that in a different kind of way. But so question number one, specific female exercises. Is there really such a thing? The easy, simple answer, the hard answer is no, there's not. Do females tend to care more about certain parts or body parts than, say, males? Yes. But does that mean that there's certain programs or certain exercises that are just for females, gender specific? Negative, right? Biggest thing between females and males, obviously, is the things that make us different, make females and males different, right? So when you look at physiology-wise, we're talking about the hip structure for birth giving, and that's about it. And because of that, you have what's called Q angles that play in hip. So when you're training females, especially at the youth athlete development age, you have to understand later on with menstrual cycles and what's going on, that there's certain hormones that are released during a woman's menstrual cycle that make tendons and ligaments kind of laxative. And I think the hormone is actually called lax something, I forget. And the major differences between males and females are for reproduction. Everything else, for the most part, regardless of what most people want to argue, there's way more similarities than differences as far as female to male, right? And how the genders respond to exercise is ideally the same. The differences are specifically the person, where is their current level of fitness. That doesn't really mean about male or female, right? So answering the question, is there specific female exercises only for women or programs? No, that's marketing. That's marketing and sales, that they're targeting that demographic of people. Why you have men's magazines, why you have women's magazines, and so on and so forth, right? And we have this whole social division of stuff that goes on within that. So question number two, what do I think the best diet out there is? Excuse me. Apologies, I'm just getting over being sick. Pretty simple. The one that you can sustain for a long time. I have no idea why people argue back and forth on this diet versus that diet, and they all, if you study and kind of understand what diets are intended to do, they're all establishing a caloric deficit in one way or the other. They're getting to that point. I don't care what diet you bring out there, some shape, way, or form, it has to establish the nutritional principles of getting you in what's called a caloric deficit. It doesn't matter what diet, whatever which way they're tweaking the systems, that's saying that you can only eat this kind of fats and proteins, you